All right, making sure we're set up on all platforms.
We're live, but we can't see your face.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Okay, hold on.
And you might want to talk.
Okay.
Because you're live.
All right, we're live, but we're going live with Sacramento Sister Circle tonight, right, with Christy. So, Christy, can you see me?
I cannot.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, we've been having some issues of going back and forth. That is just the digital age. Okay, let me see.
Is your camera on?
Yeah. How about now?
No.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me try one more thing. How about now?
No, I don't see you.
You only see you?
I'm at the bottom and it says live. And I see, okay, I think it's coming now.
Are you on Instagram?
No, I'm on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I just updated the screen share. So it should be us side by side.
So we are both side by side. I think you need to bring me to the screen or open up the screen. There's something that you need to do. Because we're side by side, but you just can't see our picture, our faces.
Okay. How about this? All right. On this side, it looks like we're side by side, but I could be.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Well, maybe I don't get to see your face.
I can see you. Let me see here. I'm going to check on IG if it's working. Okay, yeah, it's working. We're live.
Okay, so maybe I just don't get to see your face, but you can see mine, so that's fine.
Yep, we're live. We're on. So we were supposed to be going through Sacramento Sister Circle, but we had to switch it up a little bit today.
Yes. So thank.
One sec. Now I can't hear you. Now I can't hear you, so I have to hear you through the phone. Oh my goodness. Okay. I might have to erase this whole video and restart.
So maybe this will be our warm up. I don't know. We'll see what we can make happen. Anyways, well, thank you for Friday Night Live with Dominique to talk about your upcoming event. I'll introduce myself. My name is Christy Ketchum. I am the founder of the Sacramento Sister Circle and Our Rightful Place. We are a network of Black women in the greater Sacramento area. We also do consulting, promotions, and a lot of other great work in the community. And so Dominique is a member, and she's also a part of our Black Women Directory for Business. And you have an exciting upcoming event coming up. And so I wanted Dominique to come and talk to our members and to have a larger conversation about your upcoming event.
Well, thank you. Thank you, for giving me the platform and the opportunity to even speak about it, right, tonight. Your organization does a lot of wonderful things for the community and other women, so I really appreciate it. But our event that is coming up on next weekend is Show Her the Money. And it's a really unique event. It's something that is unlike anything that Sacramento has seen yet. They're doing a 50-city tour to host this screening. So we're on the last leg of the tour. And what it is it's a film of surrounding women and how women receive less than 2% of venture capital, Black women even less than that, around 0.39%. And that's just on the equity side. When we're talking about debt and going into, seeking a loan from your bank, approvals are much less. For women, even the amounts are lower. So they're not being referred over in the pipeline. So this event is not like we're addressing the barriers, but we're also celebrating, right? Because there is a massive pool of capital We just need the strategies and the resources to get there. So it's more than just a film screening. It's a panel, it's a discussion, it's coming together. It's highlighting the women in Sacramento. We're going to have women feature some women in business and really just show that we have a really large entrepreneurship community here, and there's a lot of support there for us.
It's exciting. Okay, so tell us, how did you get excited, interested in this work, and then also how you got involved with the screening that's coming up in the event that is coming up next weekend?
Yeah, well, I started Domino Effects, DFX, just out of frustration, right? Like, I'm a founder, I'm in business, I'm a mom, I'm trying to balance and juggle everything while I was trying to start my company. But it was difficult. So, more so than trying to look for the funding, was getting the next steps, right? It's not just, oh, I need, but even then, even if I could have gotten funded at that moment, I don't even think I had the resources to truly allocate it the right way to grow the business. So, I really started this as, out of necessity, because there was a common problem that I was seeing as well. So when I entered, it was out of frustration. Then I started working at an alternative finance company. And a lot of the clients that were getting turned away at that moment, the company, they didn't have any other resource. So that was not okay with me. And so I went out and built the platform, built this network of, private capital and non-bank lenders and alternative finance, and that are very interested in being a resource, so we can leverage those resources. So one of the biggest things I saw too was a lot of the partners, because we work a lot with like banks and other people in the finance industry, is they weren't receiving as many women in the pipeline. So we already know that women are the fastest growing demographic, right, of business, of entrepreneur. So it's not that we're not out here doing it, right? But the issue is, once you go out and ask your bank when and getting denied, then they were not being referred over. So for example, with him and some of my colleagues who closed, thousands of deals, they could count on two hands over 40 years, the number of women-owned businesses that were in the pipeline. So this was just a huge problem. So that's, why I started the platform. But then with this film, came across, I have visions of growing the company to eventually sell and exit. And I want to encourage everybody to dream big. Like, it's okay for us to dream big. I think sometimes, especially when I was starting, it was like the thought of even selling your company for 10 million, 20 million didn't even cross my mind, but it's absolutely possible, right? Especially if you have, the right product or whatever. So this event just inspired me. Catherine Gray, who produced the film, she's an investor as well, and she believes in women and really filling that gap. So that's why, I'm truly passionate about helping this come out here in Sacramento.
All right. Well, we talked about this extensively. I definitely want to bring this into the conversation. You talked about the fact that not a lot of Black women are actually seeing this event as a viable, space for them to learn more about all the things you just discussed. So what do you think is the missing piece in making sure that we support Black women, but not only that they not only know about events like yours coming up, but they also feel like they need to be a part of it?
I think it's also just a little bit of stepping out of our comfort zone, right? Doing something a little bit different. This event is also to get more women talking about their business, talking about money, talking about investments, talking about how they can become a funder one day, how they can eventually start investing in some women that they know, right? Or how they can encourage other women to reach out and start raising capital. I think that sometimes people are afraid to ask, how do I get in there? And this is just the perfect tool, right? The door is already open. I think that also that if you don't see like real tangible, successful people that have already gone through it, it makes it less like attainable. So coming to events like these and actually conversing with women, we have women that are from Davis, from Sacramento, that have literally gone through. I think what a lot of women don't realize, because I know myself, I didn't realize this either a year ago, 2 years ago. Sacramento was actually named one of the top 5 cities for women entrepreneurs. So there are resources here. It's just difficult, and I say this from personal experience, to actually get to the right one, right? And that's why we're trying to pull all of them together in one area. And they all specialize in different things. So if you're in the beauty industry, if you're in the service industry, if you're in coaching, if you're in agriculture, if you're building a tech, there are investors out here, right here in Sacramento. There's an accelerator, Fourth Wave, that's for women. Minervaverse is for women. So like women like Dashina, she's gone through a Fourth Wave accelerator. So like these are here for us. They're resources for you. And we have to, I think I would really want to encourage women like that, like we know that statistic, the negative statistics. I think they try to push that more than the positive. And so we're really just trying to focus on that, the new ways of capital that are already here. They're already here. So it's all about just coming in. So, but this is really, 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 really for, Black women, women in Sacramento. It's here. It's ready for you. We have the strategies to get here, and these people, we want to help, and these investors want to help. So I would encourage everybody to come in and just do something different, right?
I can't hear you now.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So my question is how did you, like, I believe in like sharing your story. I think it's really important for the people to know who the people are, and then to participate or their work or why it's important for them to connect it in Sacramento. So let's just talk a little bit about your story. How did you get involved? Why is it important to you?
Well, for me, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, I mean, entrepreneurship saved my life. I was a completely different person years ago. And, I was in a domestic violence situation. So, domestic violence survivor, that was very traumatic for me. I made a lot of poor choices after that. And, really coming out of that when the whole situation was over, this is what gave me purpose, right? Purpose, passion, but along the way, finding this problem and seeing that it wasn't just affecting me, but it was affecting millions, millions of women across the world. And not just that, even deeper than that, our economy, our families, our communities, where our kids can go to school, how it affects ownership. It got me thinking a lot about the choices that I made. That's why the company is called the domino effect, right? Because the domino, the philosophy is these small steps that you take, right, day by day, that will lead to a significant wider outcome, be it negative or positive. Now, if on the negative side, if you do nothing, right, staying with you'll get nowhere, right? That's that same effect. But on the other side of that, if you are taking the steps to small actionable steps that are going to get you to where you're trying to head, there's no way that you can fail. So that really is just how I try to live my life, right? By the domino effect. But so for me, entrepreneurship, yeah, it gives me purpose, and it gives me, and I just see, I meet so many wonderful, amazing like businesses and entrepreneurs, and I get to listen to so many amazing ideas that are out there and what people are doing, but also the struggle. And the struggle is pretty common, right? But most people want to build a business and spend time with their family and build wealth and do all we all want really the same thing. So how come certain people have a easier access to get it than others? So I think it's just a matter of strategy. And so that's I'm trying to help impact the world and change it that way.
I see that. To me, that's the most important part of like when we're bringing these things to the table, and of the things that really, really positive building the network, the sister circle, is that we have a that have in common. I'm sure there's a lot of other women, and definitely I grew up. My mother was in domestic violence relationships as well. I thank God have not, because kind of crazy, but not just that. Because I learned from her and the other women in my life about how that's not what I choose from. So I just think it's really important for us to talk about our stuff, because it's inspiring. A lot of us are going through a lot of things. This to me makes it more relatable, more inspiring, and just something that they're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And I really appreciate the fact that you found something that gave you purpose and that gave you life, and that made you build on out of the situation, stay out of situations like you were.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And one thing I want people also to take away is there really is power in community. And, especially with like communities like yours and organizations like yours, but connecting with people, connecting with like-minded women and having those discussions. And one of the biggest things that I was surprising to find is how much people want to offer their mentorship and service when you can connect with the right ones, right? With, hey, I know this investor. Hey, you're building this type of platform. I know somebody who specializes in building user interfaces. Oh, you need social media marketing. I know somebody who's, there is that network that happens. So reaching out and being okay with asking questions, letting your guard down, with the right group is really, really powerful.
I can't hear.
Oh, I said it's really, really powerful.
Okay, so that really brings me to something else that I want to just kind of uplift and why really. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, while I'm excited to talk to you on this Friday Night Live, is that what I know of you, and I don't know a lot, is that you're very resilient. I know that you don't you keep it moving, because I was working with someone else that you were also working with, and you kept the communication coming. And I don't know what actually happened with all of that, but I just appreciate the fact that you're just like, oh no, maybe that didn't work, but let's try this, and let's try this, and let's do this. And
yeah.
You're very resilient, and I really love the perseverance, the boldness, the courage that you have. And so I'm excited to support and help you along the way. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this event. Let's get to the details. Let's get to how people can buy tickets, how much it costs.
Okay, yeah.
Why it's important. I'm going to give you a minute or two to sell this thing.
Yes.
So that people know that they just need to be this.
Yes. Well, this event, I mean, first of all, watch the trailer. So I'm going to put a link to the trailer once we post this live. It's very powerful, but it like I was saying, it highlights this disparity, right? This gap in funding, but how to get there. This is the solution. But even more than that, come in. The tickets are $25. It's going to be at the beautiful Sophia Theater downtown, the B Street Theater, sponsored by Nabo is going to be there. Fourth Wave, Minerva Verse, Portola Valley Partners, which is an investment firm out here. They're going to be there. Janine from M Train, Antoinette Banks. She was a featured speaker that was supposed to be there, but she's from Davis, and she's a Black female entrepreneur. She won Pharrell's $1 Million Black Ambition grant. So, and she went through the Sacramento Fourth Wave Accelerator. So, she's just one example. And Diana Gamzina, she developed her company does these crazy semiconductor things. So she's coming on, or she's featured, and she went through the Fourth Wave Accelerator, and she's raised over $12 million. So these women, these are real life women here in Sacramento, and this is it's just such a powerful event because it's inspiring, it's innovative, it's engaging, and not to mention you're out here and you're getting the resources to get to the next step. You might not even know how to do something, like you may be seeking investment, right? How do I even put a pitch deck together? What is a pitch deck? How do I even know if I'm connecting with the right person who's not going to just kind of scam me or whatever? You got to make sure you're connecting with the right people too. So that's exactly what that is. If you're here, if you're in Sacramento, if you're in business, their Startup SAC is an organization, the Carlson Center, these are all organizations that are dedicated to your success. They're just waiting for you to come up and tell them what you need. That's it. And so that's what we're trying to do, is open the door for all of us here in Sacramento and make it easy, right? That's make it easy for you guys to come on in and then go from there. And we just want to watch your success. We just want to be a part of your journey and your success. I mean, we're featuring 20 women on here. Kelly DeMarco is going to be hosting the panel. She's from KCRA3. So it's going to be just a really fun time to come in and just, it's not just a meeting. It's not just a film screening. It is literally going to change. It's changing lives. So it's going to be great. And I hope to see you all there.
I think you sold me. Like, I feel like I have some others going on.
There are a lot of events going on, right, in Sacramento. I do know that, especially, we're near the end of the year and everything, but this is truly a unique event that you do not want to miss. We haven't seen anything like this in Sacramento. Speaking, especially for financial resources, right? This is about financial resources, creating wealth, how to have the conversation about investing, becoming a female. And we need more women in the room, right? You know why they're not investing is because there's a lot of older white men in the room. So, and they're not going to be there forever. So they're going to be retiring. So we have to be able to have some more women to kick in there, get in there, because they're the ones that are going to invest in other women, right? So we are already showing that we have proven higher returns. We just got to keep getting in there, kicking that door down. And this is exactly how you do it. So so I would just love for everybody to come and join in and come meet us. And I want to meet you. And so be a part of it.
Dominic, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. I think you sold me. If nothing else, I'm gonna probably buy a ticket and let's see how we can make this crazy schedule of my work. But
it's during the day. It's from 10 to 2. We're having, so the doors open at 10. We'll have some catering and lunch. We'll be socializing. We'll go into the screening. We'll do the Q&A panel. Come back out, meet the women. It's gonna be great. So come in, come check it out. Grab your ticket, $25.
Okay, put the link in. Make sure you put the link in the comment.
Okay. All right.
All right. And yeah, I think like as many innovative and like different events that we can actually participate and support here in Sacramento is an awesome thing. So I think it's worthy of checking out. I would love to know more about the work that you're doing because I don't see a lot of women, particularly Black women, doing the work that you're doing.
We help founders with the main thing that we do with Domino Effects Group is we help founders and diverse entrepreneurs establish a credible foundation, then match those founders to funders, even if they've been denied by the traditional banks. So that's exactly what we do. If anybody needs help with or has questions, you can absolutely leverage the platform, utilize us as a resource. We have a lot of free information that we give out. And then you can also schedule a free session and you can just get a full blueprint of where you currently stand and what your next steps are. Because strategy is really what we try to teach on how to get to the capital, right? And then what to do with it, how to flip it and get more. So.
Awesome. Well, you got one top person that's going to buy a ticket. I'm definitely in. I'm definitely buy a ticket. I'm definitely excited for this event. I definitely want us to talk. I'm actually thinking about doing something in November that I would love to collaborate with you around. So I'm gonna let you get through this weekend, and then when let's talk in the end, like after the event, the end of this month, and let's see, what we can continue to do to continue the conversation and to continue to talk about these things.
Absolutely. I would love to. That's how you make change. Is just starting that conversation and continuing it and then shouting it out loud. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for joining this evening. It's been chaotic. It's been crazy. But we made it happen.
We made it happen.
I shared it on the Sister Circle page. I'm not sure yet, and I don't want to do too much to mess up anything. It's been the weirdest thing because I can see myself, me and you, on Facebook, but we started on my phone, and now I don't see me or you on the phone. So we kind of happen, and I think that's the kind of what I want to end on is that, especially as Black women, we're so resilient. There is so many different things that we go through, and we just make shit happen.
Yes. And that is so true.
So we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to build our working relationship, and I'm going to learn more about your organization and how we can work together and collaborate, and then we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, and you have a good rest of your evening, and I'm sure we'll talk.
Okay, you too. Bye. Bye, Christy.